All right, Shalom to the elected Israel, to the hopeful elected Israel, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians, and the foreign Israelites that look like the other nations scattered across the four corners of the earth. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Barak Yahawah, Barak Yahawashi, Barak Yahawah, Barak Yahawashi. Got to give all praises to Yahawah Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rawchaa Qadash. Name of the Heavenly Father, everybody ignorantly calls God. His true name is Yahawah. Bahasham means in the name of. This is all in the ancient Hebrew. And Yahawashi is the Holy One of Israel. Everybody ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, from the tribe of Judah, so-called Negro on this side, and for 2/3 after the destruction. And the Rawchaa HaKodash is the Holy Spirit, which we've been given to, we've been blessed with by Yahawah Yahawashi in these last days to declare the end of Esau Edom, the so-called white man. So always we want to give double honor to the elders, Lord, to teach the flock how to live, repent, pray, fast, and show forth the Lord's righteousness and mercy, judgment, forgiveness, and wrath to all those who are part of the elect, to the hopeful elect. Lord, when we part of that number, Lord, when this be edifying those who fear the name of the Lord and are striving to show forth the Lord's righteousness every day to the best of their abilities. His judgment always comes to light. Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 5. It is not slack. 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 9 is unto a ring. 2 Peter chapter 5, verse 42. The waterfall used to say believers in Yahawah, Yahawashi tuning in. Yahawashi, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rawchaa, Qadash, Barak, Atham. Here and on after. You Akim, you Akwath, you women and you men and women. So Lord willing, this edifying to the flock. We're gonna get into some articles, and today what we're gonna go with is Marjorie Greene, Taylor Greene warns of next war for America, Babylon the Great, and 3 countries to launch BRICS currency and various end-time topics. So Lord willing, just edifying to the flock. Gonna go ahead and get started. So we're gonna start off with the beginning of the title of this lesson with Marjorie Taylor Greene warns of next war coming for America. So it says Republican Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene issued a dire warning on the possibility of the next war in America after Donald Trump's win in the Iowa caucuses. Okay. War, it is their next move now that Trump won so decisively in Iowa and Iowa will continue to dominate, Greene wrote in a post on X, formerly Twitter, alluding to Democrats. Washington is on a desperate last-ditch effort to keep funding their losing war against Russia and have been turning the war machine to Iran. See? So they're being honest, like they're losing the war in Ukraine, and the Lord has put the spirit on these Russians to turn back into that old Soviet Union spirit. And now America, Babylon the Great is starting to get nervous because what the elders and apostles have been saying, and their offspring, as young brothers like me, are declaring it's happening. So Greene continued to Washington. War is good business, right? They like war. War is good business and feeds the defense industrial base. The media loves it too. It's great for ratings, and media keeps viewers screen locked and gripped in fear. See, they want you to be in fear, but we're not in fear because we have Yahawah, Yahawashi, right? And now that they have finally accepted Trump is going to win with historic numbers, we told y'all, that's that Emperor Nero spirit, in Rome, him and Emperor Nero, they had a lot of similar attributes. That's that spirit coming back again. And the elders and apostles been talking about he was going to win. And you know what he's going to bring back? Guillotines, mass shootings, stuff like that, That's what he's finna do. He said he was going to bring this stuff. It said the devil was going to come down with great wrath. You see what I'm saying? Revelation 12:12. Because he know he only had a short time. Yahawah, Yahawashi is finna come and destroy everything. So they're trying to hurry up. They're trying to get his J to go with this system as they can. Because they know that's the only way that they can get at Yahawah, Yahawashi is getting his elect to go off. But they can't. Wherever the elect are, they're not going to fall to this, not going to fall to this this mark of the beast, this charagma. We're not going to accept it. Lord willing, we're that number, right? So they will use, it says, Trump is going to win with historic numbers. They will use war as a campaign strategy, but the next war is going to suck everyone on a level none of us want in ways generations of us have never seen in our lifetimes. See? So you haven't seen a type of war like this. None of us have seen America, Babylon the Great have soldiers shooting everywhere. Okay? That's what's coming here. That's why they made movies like World Left Behind, Leave the World Behind. That's why they made movies like that. Okay? Because they know war's coming here. That's why they're getting under their bunkers, trying to make sure they got enough weapons, enough supplies, whatever. They know it's coming. Read a little bit more. On Monday evening, former President Donald Trump was crowned the winner, right, in Iowa caucuses with The Associated Press calling the race shortly after it began. Results from Associated Press showed that Trump receiving 51% of votes, while Florida Governor DeSantis received 21%, and former South Carolina Governor received 19.1%. So he dusting everybody, man. The America Babylon the Great wants to take this place in violence, and you see how he was on the list for Jeffrey Epstein. Don't nobody give a fuck about that shit. These devils don't give a fuck about none of that. These people love violence. They love being wicked. They want wicked rulers. That's what this place is about. So it says we want to come together, whether it's a Republican, a Democrat, or liberal or conservative. We're going to come together. It's going to happen soon, Trump said during a speech after his win in Iowa. In Iowa, Slovakia, Iowa. Greene has been a long-standing supporter of Trump and has continued to criticize Democrats amid the ongoing war between Ukraine and Russia, as well as the war in Israel. And she was another person who was saying what? They need to take back this place by violence. That's what's coming. Okay? So we're going to put in some precepts concerning this and show that this is what's coming here. You know? Hey, you're going to find out these Edomites are some demons. These Idumeans, they're real demons. They ain't so-called white people. That wasn't invented until the 1680s. They're Edomites. You're going to find out. They're the biblical Edomites. They're not white. You know, and the Lord is uncovering Esau, Edom, the so-called white man's hiding places. He tried to hide himself with that whole wheat white thing. No, y'all not. You motherfuckers is pink. Okay, you have no pigment. Blood show forth from the face, as it reads in the scriptures. You know, when you look up that Strong's definition of red, when it says Esau, Edom came out red, you look it up. It says to show blood forth from the face, the root word of it, the meaning of it. You know. So, 2nd Esdras, chapter 15, verse 16. And it reads, for there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and in the course of their actions shall stand in their power, right? So everybody's going to be using violence for the most part, except who? The prophets of the Lord. You know, we're not going to use violence because our weapons aren't carnal. We're hoping the Lord gives us spiritual powers at that time. So if we do anything, you know, in a sense of protecting, you know, the honorable multitude or brothers around us, you know, it'll be in spiritual means. You see? So verse 17, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. We talked about this yesterday. Verse 18, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. You see? That's what's coming. But I want to go back a little bit. That's another part I want to read in this. That's a little bit. It's a little bit more I want to read. I want to go jump back up to verse 12. This is 2nd Esdras chapter 15, verse 12. Egypt, which this is the new Egypt. Okay, that's why they got pyramids on the dollar. Revelation chapter 11, verse 8 talks about this place is spiritually Sodom and Egypt. This is the new bondage, the new slavery for Jake, for Israel. Okay, so Egypt shall mourn, and Jacob is Israel. Okay, as it reads in Genesis chapter 35, verse 10. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that the Most High, which his name is Yahawah, shall bring upon it. And we're going to pull up some of those plagues that he's been doing, you know, and there's many more to come. You know, and I did a video yesterday going into talking about, what it's going to be like for these people who accept this great reset from the World Economic Forum and get isolated and put in these damn concentration camps and these damn isolation zones, you know, because of all the plagues that are out there. They're going to run to this shit. You know, you're going to be in that bitch wishing you didn't go in that motherfucker. Verse 13, they that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fail through the blasting and hail and with fearful constellation. It's some places in America, Babylon, great right now, it is negative 30 degrees. There's places over there in Russia right now that's negative 55 degrees Celsius. We're going to talk about that just a little bit. Verse 14, woe, which means destruction, to the world and them that dwell therein. See, there's great destruction coming. Great destruction, you know. Verse 15, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. What's that sound like? Civil war. That's what's going to come here. And not let alone that, the other nations that these migrants they've been putting in, a lot of them is going to be what? Attacking citizens too. You know? That's what's coming. This is Zechariah chapter 14, verse 13. And it reads, and it shall come to pass in that day that a great tumult from the Lord shall be among them, right? And they shall lay a hold everyone on the hand of his neighbor. See? And his hand shall rise up against the hand of his neighbor. That's what's going to come. You know? Verse 14, in Judah, and this is what happened last time, you know? This is what happened last time in the old times. This is why we fell as a nation, as Israel fell as a nation, you know? Verse 14, in Judah, that's how we know it's going to happen to these heathens. This is how we know it's going to happen to them. And Judah shall also fight at Jerusalem, and Judah also shall fight at Jerusalem, and the wealth of all the heathen round about shall be gathered together, gold and silver and apparel, and in great abundance. You see? Verse 15, and so shall be the plague of the horse and the mule, of the camel and of the ass, and all the beasts shall be in these tents as this plague, right? Verse 16, it says, and it shall come to pass that everyone that is left of all the nations which came against Jerusalem shall even go up from year to year to worship the King, the Lord of hosts, and to keep the Feast of Tabernacles. That's what's coming, you know? And the Lord's going to send his men to do it. 144,000 elect mighty men. He's going to send them to do it after great destruction comes on America, Babylon the Great. You see? And this is what happened, you know? In that time, this is the things that were happening. We you know, had a time where, you know, Jake had a time where we did actually take over the heathens, and they understood the laws, and they had to go by the laws. But then they, you know, we sinned against the Lord, and we got that power taken away from us. But this is a future prophecy is talking about right now, that this is going to come to pass, you know, and the Lord's going to send, you know, his people, you know. He's going to send his men. But he's going to use Satan to destroy himself. You know, and Judah, that's the leading tribe of Israel. So he's going to send them, you know, and they're going to lead. And then the rest of the, you know, Jerusalem, they're going to go down there and what? Take back the land. That's what's coming. And then everybody's going to what? They're going to get in order. You know, but first, what happened? What has to happen? America, Babylon the Great has to be destroyed. You know, but this is what it means. This is what it means to be a prophet. You prophesy. You're showing what's going to happen in the future. That's what we're doing. We're telling you what's about to happen. You know, 2nd Ezra chapter 13, verse 31. And one shall undertake to fight against another, one city against another, one place against another, one people against another. Right? That's civil war. And one realm against another. So the spiritual world is going to connect with the physical world. We're going to see which one is the strongest. We're about to find out. You're about to find out. The spirit is more stronger than the flesh. You know, that's what they're about to find out. You know, because we already know. That's why we're telling you and we're warning you. You know, it's going to come to that time where all the treasures and everything that Esau Edom got, the Lord's going to send these 144,000 like men. They're going to take all that, you know. That's what's coming. So we're going to go to the next article, but they're not going to take that over here to America, Babylon the Great. This place is going to get hit with intercontinental ballistic missiles, and everything here is going to melt. The Lord's like, I don't even want none of that shit. Said all your gold and cankered is gold is cankered, and your silver is moth eaten. Cankered, moth eaten. Like, he don't want none of this shit. He wants to burn all this up over here. And after that, the Lord's going to send his 144,000 like men on the other side of the world, and they're going to take over everybody. That's what's going to happen. But first, there's going to be what? Famine of the word, mark of the beast got to be implemented, and then World War III is going to happen here. Okay? And it's going to be ending in this place. Agree to launch BRICS currency to challenge U.S. dollar. Okay? So a new BRICS currency to challenge the U.S. dollar. Okay? This is the next step, to breaking down a nation. That's why they're doing it. They're testing it. The BRICS alliance is looking to replace the U.S. dollar with a new currency, creating a new world order. See, they're trying to create the new world order, but the new world order is going to be Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, 144,000 elect men. That's about to be the new world order. So everybody's trying to set theirs up. It's all about to get thrown down. The bloc is advancing towards producing a multipolar world where the nations, that's what they're doing. This is how this will come together and hate this place and leave it desolate with fire. And that's what we're seeing in the news. So when Jake be like, you got any proof? Look at the news. That's what's going on. This is Isaiah chapter 13, verse 17. And it reads, behold, I will stir up the Medes against them. Who's the Medes? Russia. Who's Russia? They're in BRICS. What are they doing? They're getting ready to take down the dollar. Because once they take down the dollar and America, Babylon the Great has no control over what they're doing, what do you think is going to happen? They're going to come against this place. That's what they're doing. And I seen another article. There was another article that Elder Yahawah, one of our elders, one of our leaders, he was talking about how there's some people that are in the United Nations and in NATO that are trying to get the U.S. out of NATO. They're like, if I become president in 2024, we're going to get them out. We're going to kick them out of NATO. And what does it say? What does it say in the scriptures? It said that the beast shall hate the whore. It said that these other nations, they shall hate the whore and leave her desolate with fire. And that's part of the prophecy. That's what's happening. I'm going to bring that up in this. I'm going to bring that right after this. Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, Russia. That's why we're seeing Russia whooping ass right now. That's what the Lord's doing. And which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. Why? Because they got their own currency. That's what they're doing. That's what the Lord's doing. He's stirring them up and getting them to do what? Cut this place off. That's what he's doing. Now, hold on. Because, and just the other day, we know that Turkey is siding. Turkey is siding with the BRICS. Okay, they're siding with the BRICS. They're not agreeing on what America, Babylon the Great did over there. Okay, and the beast system is this 7 heads and 10 horned beast system. These nations that have went and been under control of America. America, Babylon the Great has had control of them. And this is what it says right here, Revelation chapter 17, verse 16. Revelation chapter 17, verse 16. It reads, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, United Nations, NATO, and the EU, because they all follow America, Babylon the Great. The dollar is the standard. But what are they doing? They're trying to get rid of it right now, right? So, which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall what? Hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. Intercontinental ballistic missiles, man. That's what it's talking about. And the first step is what? To defeat the nation. What is it? De-dollarizing their money, taking away their money, and they're doing it. They're testing it right now. Okay? This is Ezekiel chapter 7, verse 19. This is what everybody gonna do over here in America, Babylon on the Great. America, Babylon the Great, because the Lord is stirring them up. So they won't, they won't give a fuck about this shit. They won't care about the dollar. They don't mean shit. We got our own bread. That's why they're not gonna delight in it, as it said. So Ezekiel 7:19, this is what people are gonna be doing over here in America, Babylon the Great. They shall cast their silver in the streets, and their gold shall be removed. Their silver and their gold shall not be able to deliver them in the day of the wrath of the Lord. See, they're gonna be thinking about what? Resources, food. They don't give a fuck about no gold. They're gonna run in their bunkers and be fucking trying to hide and all the other types of shit. You know what I'm saying? So their silver and their gold shall not be able to deliver them in the day of the wrath of the Lord. They shall not satisfy their souls, neither fill their bowels, because it is a stumbling block of their iniquity. They think that gold and silver is gonna save their ass. Gold and silver is not gonna save you from 200 million intercontinental ballistic missiles. The only thing that's gonna save you from that is Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. And if you don't think so, you're gonna be with these guys, throwing that shit in the street, running and screaming and panicking. That's why we're not giving a fuck if we don't have a lot of bread here. We don't care about that. It's finna get burned up. So while that's going on, you got, so-called Putin. Some of his generals say he's already dead. We don't know. He might be. I think that maybe they might be saying he's dead because they put a warrant out from him for a national arrest. So they might just be saying he's dead. So, they won't come get him or whatever, but who knows? But this is what they're saying about what he's saying. Putin turns off heating in prisons to force inmates to sign up to fight Ukraine as temperatures plunge to negative 55 degrees Celsius. You hear me? Negative 55 degrees. That's what the Lord's doing on earth right now. And he's doing it. We're going to show it in the scriptures. He's doing it. But first, we're going to go see what negative 55 degrees is in Fahrenheit. So you can really see how cold it is over there. Okay? Because you got some places in America, Babylon the Great right now, that's negative 30. So really over there right now, it's negative 67 degrees. Okay? It's over there right now. They did this article about 3 days ago, so it might even be colder. Okay? They said in February, where I'm at, it's going to be negative 27. You don't think you need Yahawah, Yahawashi? All right, then. Your ass going to be out there. And the Lord's not he's not going to make a way for you to escape the trouble coming. And we ain't even in Jacob's trouble. We ain't even seen nothing yet. And this is the stuff that we facing. You think the Lord's not going to come with nothing? All right, we're going to find out. He's going to come with something. It's going to be great mass judgment. It said more people going to die from the famine in this war. Most people going to starve out. You're going to have people out here, these cannibal ass motherfuckers start eating people and shit. It's going to be real, man. It ain't going to be no fucking light ass judgment. It's going to be very, very terrifying. But the men of the Lord, he said that he got us. He said he's going to make sure we good and we trust him. He said, you do my work, you keep doing it and stay with it, you're good. We believe him and we're not going to move from that. You're not going to scare us into thinking that he's not. Even unto death, he's going to have us. Because he said he'll give us a crown of life. So if I die out here, I get my head chopped off for the truth or whatever, I'm coming back pissed off with Yahawah, Yahawashi and his men. We're going to fuck everything up. That's how we're thinking. This is Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bears rule, the people mourn. You see? And that's the wickedness that these Edomites do. Talking about, well, we're going to cut off the heat in the prison if you don't fucking go fight. That's wickedness, man. That's wickedness. And that's why all the people on the earth are mourning right now, because these wicked ass motherfuckers ruling. The Lord's got to get rid of these motherfuckers. This is Job chapter 37, verse 6. This to show you that the Lord's bringing this snow, this weather, because not let alone with that, it says, this other article before we go into Job, it says 4 dead and brutal Arctic chill as temperatures hit minus 30 degrees. Parts of the country could see temperatures of up to 40 degrees below normal for January. Okay, this is not even talking about February. Said at least 4 people died in the result of brutal Arctic blast winter storms that have plunged huge swaths of the U.S. into a deep freeze, with temperatures dropping as low as minus 30 degrees in Oregon. At least 25 were also sent to the emergency room for cold-related problems on Saturday, making it the highest daily count since 2016. Among the deaths were 2 cases suspected of hypothermia on Saturday and Sunday, while another 2 deaths were related to Saturday's storm. Okay? In Oregon, more than 97,000 homes and businesses are without electricity, most of them in Portland metro area the day after the high winds and a mix of snow and ice brought down trees and power lines. And some of the electors over there, but guess what? The Lord's got them. The Lord's got them. You know, and whoever over here, the hopeful elect over here, wherever we're at, we're praying for them. We're praying for the Lord to make sure that they're safe, you know. But when it comes down to it, the elect have already been safe since the dawn of time. The Lord already spoken. They're going to be good. They're going to make it out. They're going to suffer, but they're going to make it out. You know, we were built to endure to the end. Lord willing, we are that number, the elect. You know, we are doing right now. We got a better chance than everybody else on the planet. So verse 6, for he saith to the snow, be thou on the earth, likewise to the small rain and to the great rain of his strength. Verse 7, he sealeth up the hand of every man, that all men may know his work. We know this is from Yahawah, Yahawashi. This winter, this negative 30 degrees, he's showing something. He's saying, you think I'm playing? I'm about to turn this world upside down. Verse 8, then the beasts go into dens and remain in their places, right? You know, when it get real cold, what do the animals do? They go caves and stuff and hide out because they know the Lord's jacking shit up. Verse 9, out of the south cometh the whirlwind and cold out of the north. See, it came from the north. That's why most stuff up north right now is jacked the fuck up with all this snow and whatnot. This is how the Lord's doing it, you know? And also here. That's why over here us in the south, we finna get hit with negative 27 degrees. He bringing whirlwinds of judgment. Okay, and a whirlwind, another way a whirlwind is a chariot, okay, which is a so-called UFO, and it talked about they look like clouds, you know, they look like clouds. So sometimes you see clouds in there, they're really chariots, and they're bringing judgment. You know, a chariot can look like anything. A chariot can take any form. A chariot could be in your house, floating in your house. It's invisible, like it ain't no telling. They can do anything. They're vessels of the Lord. They literally control the elements. This is Job chapter 37, verse 10. By breath, the Most High frost is given, and the breath of the waters straighten. Right? Verse 11, also by watering the wearieth, the thick cloud, he scattereth his bright cloud. Right? Hold on, it's loading up. Trying to go to verse 12 and then we're going to stop. And it is turned round about by his counsels, right? That they may do whatsoever he commanded them upon the face of the world and the earth. So even Satan, okay, because the Lord has on the left-hand side the wicked counsel, right? For the ones who like in the world and they call themselves Illuminati, the Rothschilds, big banking companies, all them, that's the wicked counsel of the Lord. He controls them and he can make them use their little heart machine to make this weather. Or he can use a chariot on the righteous side. Either way, he's doing it by his decision. He's saying, I'm going to make you do this. I'm going to make you do this. It's all coming from the Lord. You know? They work for the Lord. The wicked work for the Lord. That's why I say you can't do nothing against the truth, but for the truth. So scoffers, all y'all out there talking that bullshit, the Lord's got you doing that. You're working for him. You're just going to wish you was on this side. It's Isaiah chapter 55, verse 10. For as the rain cometh down, the snow from heaven, and returneth not thither, but watereth the earth, and maketh it bring forth and bud, that it may give seed to the sower and bread to the eater, right? He does all that. Make sure we eating stuff. And he said he reward the fool and the transgressors. Who's the fool? Esau, even so-called white man. Who's the transgressors? 2/3 of our people who want to keep sinning and they want to keep being like heathens. Verse 11. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth, right? So the word that's going out of his mouth, he's got his men preaching. It's like that. It's coming like that. It's coming constantly. That's why you see brothers teaching all day and night. Brothers is teaching something. You know, some brothers doing the video somewhere scattered across the four corners of the earth. Just like somewhere in the earth it's raining right now or it's snowing, right? It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereunto I sent it. And we are prospering. We're learning more about the Lord every day. And we're doing what? We're still doing the work. We're pushing videos out for Yahawah, Yahawashi. And it's very important. You know, it's going to be the only thing that the Lord's going to be able to measure to say, you're worth saving this work and the charity that we have among brothers, other brothers in the truth, you know, and for the nation of Israel. That's going to be the only thing that's worth anything when this shit hits the fan. So this is jobs may disappear. Nearly 40% of global employment could be disrupted by AI, IMF says, right? Just like we talked about earlier, we know this place is the new Egypt. This is the new place where Jake is in captivity, right? This is Isaiah chapter 19, verse 15. And it reads, neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do. And that's what's coming. There's not going to be no work left here for nobody. Okay? The only people who are going to have covering in that time, though, is the service of Yahawah, Yahawashi, man. And the people who what? Took heed and followed them. That's it. Nobody else is going to have protection in that time because they leaned on their own understanding. We're going to keep going. This is the next article I got. I got about 2 more articles, and then we done. It says, question and answer, killer robots are coming, and UN is worried, right? They're making these killer-ass robots, so that's why we tell Jake, stop buying guns. Stop fucking acting like you the shit because you got an AK, Jake. These killer-ass robots, you're not going to take them out, okay? There's not no way. It's a fucking robot. They could, like, you don't think they're going to make bulletproof robots? They're going to be bulletproof. You're going to shoot that shit, ain't going to do nothing. You know, and it's gonna have precision, like, I don't know, like a fucking drone. Like, it's not gonna miss when it's shooting that shit. You know, like, this is what they're designing things to specifically kill people. Okay, so we'll read a little bit. Along the stuff of science fiction, autonomous weapon systems known as killer robots are poised to become a reality thanks to the rapid development of artificial intelligence. This is how you know the Lord's speeding up the time, because they're able to do this at such a fast rate. Just like we always talk about, 200 years ago, there was motherfuckers riding on carriages and shit. You know, even 100 years ago, there was motherfuckers riding in you know, them old ass doom buggy ass looking cars. Even over here in America, Babylon the Great. How the fuck they go from this where they got killer robots within the next century? That's the Lord speeding up the time so he can destroy these motherfuckers. That's what it is, right? So in response, international organizations have been intensifying calls for limits or even outright bans on their use. The UN General Assembly in November adopted the first ever resolution on these weapon systems, which can select and attack targets without human intervention. They're going to send that motherfucker at your ass. Jake, you over there in the hood talking all that shit, your Desert Eagle 144 or Desert Eagle 44 caliber bullet, and this motherfucking robot pull up in your house and hit you with a billion rounds. Like, this is why we tell Jake, you're going to need spiritual power to make it out of this, man. This is Ephesians chapter 6, verse 12. And it reads, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, right? But against principalities, against powers, against rulers of the darkness of this world, right? And against spiritual wickedness in high places. See, so we're not wrestling like everybody else. We're not out here using weapons to survive. Okay, we're going to pull that up next. Verse 13, wherefore take unto you the whole armor of the Most High. That's what we're using. This weapon, the whole armor of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi is this word. Okay, that's what we're using. We're following it and doing what it tells us to do. That ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, right? Because it said in Proverbs chapter 16, verse 4, the Lord made the wicked even for the day of evil. So there's a day of evil coming. Just like that Marjorie Greene Taylor said, it's going to be a time like none of us ever seen, right? That's that time coming. Jacob's trouble. Okay, it was what we call it in the scriptures. You see what I'm saying? It's going to be a time none of us ever seen. No one on the planet breathing, right? So able to withstand in the evil day, having done all to stand. And what is that? Teaching the word, edifying the flock, showing love to the brotherhood, taking heed to yourself, going in on these videos. That's what he's talking about. Praying, fast, meditation, all that stuff. You got to do all that stuff and apply it to your life. And some things is harder than others. But as you get in the truth, the Lord's going to make it to where, you kept enduring. I'm going to make this easier for you. I'm going to put you in the spirit for you to be able to do that better. So you just got to keep moving. Hold on. Because he said he was going to make his men a new sharp instrument wearing teeth. He's going to turn us into fucking battle weapons. Some of us prophets out here, the ones out here that's just standing around, women are like, we're not nothing, and we ain't shit. He going to turn us to the most terrifying thing you ever seen. We're going to fuck up a whole lot of shit. Lord willing, I'm one of them. Who knows? We're going to find out. But I'm going to keep doing this until he does it. Same way with all the other brothers. It's 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 4. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. See, we don't got no straps, but mighty through the Most High pulling down of strongholds. That's what we're doing. We're pulling down strongholds out of Jake's mind to show him that Yahawashi is real. And you got some Jakes, they good at stuff like Muay Thai, stuff like that to protect themselves if somebody try to wrap them up. But other than that, we're not trying to be like no gun experts because we know that's not going to save us in that day. And you ain't going off if you got a strap or whatever. The Lord, it said in Exodus chapter 15, verse 3, the Lord is a man of war. But don't look at it like it's going to save you in that day. It's not. We're going to be looking for spiritual powers. That's what we're looking for, right? Verse 5, casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of the Most High, which is this whole world. We're casting all that down. Like, you think you're more powerful than the Lord? Just wait. We're going to find out. And bring into captivity every thought to the obedience of Yahawashi. When it says over here, it says Christ, but Christ means Hamashiach. In ancient Hebrew, Hamashiach, which means the anointed. Okay? That's what it's talking about. You got these people talking about Jesus Christ and whatnot. Jesus wasn't invented until 1542. There ain't no Jesus Christ. There was nobody calling on Jesus 2,000 years ago. Okay? So that can't be his name. He said in Malachi chapter 3, verse 6, I changed not. Therefore, you sons of Jacob are not consumed. You're not going to change his name. It's Yahawashi. That's his name. And we got videos on that too to show where it's written in the scriptures. Yahawashi means he delivers. He's the deliverer. There's no other name that we can be saved by. Ain't no damn Jesus Christ. And Jesus Christ is a so-called white man. This motherfucker put us in slavery. How the fuck is he the savior? He ain't never saved us. I'm not calling on that name. You want to call on that name? You can do that. But don't come around us. Isaiah 59, verse 19. Like, we're not going to argue with you, Jake. You want to call on that name? Stay fuck clear from around us. And it reads, so they shall fear the name of the Lord from the west. It says the heathen dread the name of the Lord. So why are all the heathens calling on Jesus Christ? Because that's not the name of the Lord. It's Yahawashi. That's why you don't see no church. You go in there and say, y'all know who Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi is? They're going to say, get out. They're going to say they don't know what you're talking about. So they shall fear the name of the Lord from the west and his glory from the rising of the sun, right? The missiles. When the enemy shall come in like a flood. What's that talking about? Them AI robots, all them killer robots, right? They're going to come in like a flood. The spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him. That standard is going to be those 144,000 elect men, the chariot fire, the so-called UFOs, going to be heavy chariot fire, and 200 million intercontinental ballistic missiles. And you can find out Yahawashi was not playing with y'all. You know, all y'all scoffers out there, all y'all be coming on the comment board saying dumb shit, you just talking all that shit. Lord's going to show you what it means to fuck around with Yahawashi. He's going to show you. So right here, next article I got this one. I got this article, one more, and then we gone. It says, I am a doomsday prepper. When disaster strikes, my bunker door will remain closed to everyone outside my household, even if they're family. And this is what we're coming into. And this person is from Missouri, and they're talking, you know, became a social media phenomenon after she's been prepping her home for 12 years. And the point is like, this is how stupid Esau Edom is. Why would you get on social media and say, I got a bunker in Missouri and I'm getting it ready, and you got it on social media? You're supposed to not tell nobody. Like, if you're building a bunker and you're not gonna let nobody in, don't get on social media and say, you know what I'm saying? Esau Edom is retarded. Okay, this is retarded. Why would you do that? Just don't tell nobody and build the motherfucker. But you're going to go in there, your phone a damn GPS, you're going to go downstairs and do a video inside your motherfucking storage room and be like, yeah, I ain't letting nobody in. See, she's in that bitch. Look, she did damn video in her motherfucking bunker talking about, I ain't going to, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to let nobody in. Bitch, you going to get broken into. You know, this is why, you know, this is why we know, man, you know, the end is here. Okay, and you got these proud ass Edomites talking about, hey, I ain't gonna let you in. Why you gotta tell us online? You're not supposed to be talking to nobody. You're supposed to be hiding right now. What the fuck's wrong with you? But you know, they're proud. And this is what's happening. Matthew chapter 24, verse 12. This is Yahawashi speaking. And because iniquity shall abound, which is sin upon sin, the love of many shall wax cold. She was like, I ain't even let my own family in. Right? And this is why anybody who's of the hopeful elect, we're not dealing with nobody who doesn't believe in Yahawashi, because family gonna be turning on their own families. This is verse 13. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. So we got to endure to the end. That's how you know who's the elect. Verse 14. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then the end shall come. So after we get done doing this, you know, whether everybody out there talking shit or not, when the Lord takes us off the screen, you don't see us no more. Hey, it's go time. This finna be damn real quick. It said the Lord shall destroy America, Babylon the Great in 1 hour. It says 1,000 years is a day to the Lord. So how much is an hour? I don't know. You do the math. I ain't worried about it. I know this. I'm worried about making sure I'm doing this damn work, and I'm making sure that I'm around other brothers who've been doing the work longer than me. I'm going to tell you that, because I don't want to be here when that hour comes. Matthew chapter 10, verse 34. Think not, this is Yahawashi speaking, think not, I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. You got these people in church talking about, oh, Jesus Christ is coming, he's going to save us, and he's going to bring us all together. No, he came to make division. He came to send judgment. That's what the seals are talking about, Revelation, bringing forth judgment, okay, on the wicked. Verse 35, for I am come to set a man in variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. It's going to be everybody against everybody. Verse 36, and a man's foes shall be they of his own household. You see? So that's why if you're not calling on Yahawashi, stay the fuck away from us. Because you gotta have people that's both calling on Jesus Christ and they're gonna turn on each other. You see? So fuck all that. Stay your ass over there. This is my last one. We're gonna go into this thing about the CV-19 pandemic juice box extravaganza, situation. So this guy right here, Rand Paul, says Fauci should go to prison over, CV-19 dishonesty. Basically, let's see what he said. Senator Rand Paul said the former U.S. chief and medical advisor, Dr. Anthony Fauci, should go to prison for his dishonesty in handling the CV-19 pandemic and lying to the Congress. For his dishonesty, frankly, he should go to prison, Paul said during a Sunday interview with the radio host, John, I don't know how to say his last name, Casidamadis or something. So like if I say his name wrong, on the Cats roundtable on WABC 770 AM. If you lied to Congress and you're dishonored and you won't accept responsibility or mistake in judgment, he should be polarized, like basically in prison, and he should never be accepted. Because basically he lied about the origins of where it came from. He lied about a whole lot of other things. Okay, and I seen another article that I want to bring up with this. They be making this stuff in labs, okay? Watch this. And they just putting it out there now. It says one of the articles in the Wall Street Journal, it says Chinese lab map deadly coronavirus 2 weeks before Beijing told the world. Another one, China experiencing with a deadly COVID-like virus that could affect humans. Okay. And there's one of them that was talking about basically here it is. It's on YouTube. I'm gonna put this in here real quick. We ain't gonna play it. But I just want to show that they be making this shit in labs and they be lying about this stuff. He's like, oh, you lie to Congress. What are you talking about? They're a nation of liars. They create lies. That's all they do. They're never going to tell you the truth. But we're going to show that in the scriptures in a second. It says China experimenting with 100% lethal COVID strain. Okay, and this is supposed to go straight to your brain and attack your ass through. Okay, that stuff is what they're talking about through the news, But we're gonna go into some precepts and then we gone. Job chapter 13, verse 4, and it reads, "But ye are forgers of lies, ye are all physicians of no value." You see, and the word physician goes back basically to the word pharmakia. Okay, pharmakia. What does pharmakia mean? It says, what is the original meaning of pharmakia, right? It says the word pharmacy was a fascinating origin that's as complex as the practice itself. It comes from the Greek word pharmakia, which referred to the practice of the druggist, like selling drugs. Okay, and basically it means witchcraft, drug use. That's what it is, sorcery. Okay, that's what it means. Let me go get it. Find it. See, basically, pharmakia, it says a healing or harmful medicine, a healing or poisonous herb, a drug, poisonous potion, magic potion. See, it's witchcraft. That's what it is, and that's what they do. They forge, This medicine they say is going to cure you and it's to kill your ass. They forge, GMO foods. They forge fake articles. They did everything they forge is a lie. They're not going to tell you the whole truth. So if it's not the whole truth, then what? It's a lie. So they might give you a little bit of information that might be credible, but the majority of it is a lie. Psalm chapter 73. We're going to read at verse 1. It says, a song of Asaph. This is King David talking to the Lord, singing a song to the Lord about the wicked. Okay? It says, a song of Asaph, truly the Most High is good to Israel, right? Jake, even to such as are of a clean heart. And heart means mind, la'ab. It means your mind, because your heart just pump blood. Your mind is what has to be cleansed, your understanding. But as for me, my feet were almost gone. My steps had well nigh slipped, for I was envious at the foolish. And we're not supposed to be envious of the foolish. But after we read a little bit down more, it'll show you that he's like, oh, ever since the Lord showed me certain things, I'm not envious of them no more. That's why I say envy not the oppressor and take none of his ways. But he's trying to make a point. So for I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. See, the wicked, they're thriving over here right now because the Lord said that he would show favor to the wicked for a certain amount of time so he can take them down to show his power. So it says for verse 4, it says, for there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. They are not in trouble as other men. That's why this Anthony Fauci dude ain't in jail. That's why Oprah ain't in jail for being on the Jeffrey Epstein shit. All these other actors that was in it. President Obama was on that list. Donald Trump was on that list. He's still about to be president. They're not in trouble like other men. Okay, Esau, even the so-called white man, is not in trouble like other men. And if you got women like Oprah, she looked like Jake, but she's probably not Jake. She's probably an Edomite because her father was what? An Edomite. She just, her mother must have just been Jake, been so-called black woman. So they are not in trouble as other men. Neither are they plagued like other men. For pride compasseth them about as a chain. Violence covered them as a garment. And that's why they got 100,000 or 1,000 America, Babylon, the great places all over the earth. Because what? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, was blessed with the sword. It said, Job 9:24, the earth was given to the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. Who faces on the dollar? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. This is plain. But you got some jakes out there talking about Esau, Edom is Japheth. Ain't nowhere in the end time prophecies that said Japheth would be ruling the world. It said Esau would. And Japheth ain't running shit. There ain't no way. Because it's always been about Esau and Jacob. It ain't never been about Japheth like that. Them motherfuckers is side movie. The side characters. They're not the main characters. It's always been about Jacob and Esau, man. When it comes down to two different people. Okay? Everybody else is just movie extras. So therefore, pride compasses them about as a chain. Violence covered them as a garment. Their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than heart could wish, right? Their mind, they are corrupt. They speak wickedly concerning oppression. See, they're like, who gives a fuck? We're not oppressed. They're oppressed. Fuck Jake. That's how they speak about it. Like, fuck them, right? So they speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily. They set their mouth against the heavens, and their tongue walketh through the earth. Because why? Because Esau Edom was given the fatness of the earth. Japheth wasn't given the fatness of the earth. Esau Edom was given the fatness of the earth. That's why he's got it right now. And Amalek is the first descendants of Esau, the Rothschilds. That's why they call themselves the Red Shield. Esau Edom came out red, redneck. That's who they're talking about. Them. Okay, and they hog the blessing from all the other Edomites. That's why you got some of y'all down here, you Edomites, you six-pack Joe Edomites, you out here fucking frying chicken with my ass. You see? Because they took it from y'all too. You Esau Edoms that ain't got the money, y'all motherfuckers gonna be triple time losers because Lord's gonna jack your ass up on this side and next side. You ain't even get to be king in your kingdom. You're a triple time loser. So they set their mouth against the heavens, their tongue walketh through the earth. Therefore his people return hither, and the waters of a full cup are wrung out to them. And they say, how doeth the Most High know, right? Yahawah. And is their knowledge in the Most High, right? Behold, these are the ungodly who prosper in the world. They they increase in riches. And they look at it like, Yahawah, Yahawashi ain't got no knowledge. The Lord ain't got no knowledge. That's how they think about the Lord, right? Verily, I have cleansed my heart, which is mine, in vain, right? And washed my hands in innocency. Innocency. Hold up. Make sure I'm saying that right. Innocency. I think that's how you say it, but I just want to double check.
Innocency.
Yeah, innocency. Just make sure. So, because I don't say that word a lot. Verse 14, for all the day long I have been plagued and chastened every morning. That's how it is for Jay. We're chastened by these Edomites that we ain't shit, we ain't nobody. Other nations is agreeing with them. 2/3 of our people saying we ain't shit. We're going through all these damn troubles. Don't nobody give a fuck about it. They're not taking account of our labors. We built this whole motherfucking nation. We ain't got shit to show for it. It's like a glass of wine and something to eat for the day, right? If I say, I will speak thus, behold, I should offend against the generation of thy children. When I thought to know this, it was too painful for me until I went to the sanctuary of Yahawah. Then understood I their end. So now, as we were in the world, we were like, man, fuck, man, Esau even got all this bread, but now we came into the sanctuary, this truth, we understand that their end is gonna come to naught. So we ain't hating on them. Like, we enjoy your shit, E, because we finna get there. It's finna get through. It's finna be through. We got one more precept and we gone. This is Second Esdras, chapter 6, verse 9. And it reads, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. See, Israel is going to rule next, and the end of the world is what? Esau will be ruling, and he's ruling right now. Not let alone he's ruling. What are we seeing? The downfall of his kingdom. So that's how we know the time's short. So that's all I got for the day for the articles. Lord willing, is edifying to the flock. Shalom to the elect of Israel, to the hopeful elect of Israel. You Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians, and foreign Israelites that look like the other nations scattered across the four corners of the earth, want to give all praises to Barak, Yahawah, Barak, Yahawashi, Barak, Yahawah, Barak, Yahawashi. Got to give all praises to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rawchaa, Qadash. Want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of great millstone led me to this truth, and been ordained by the Lord to teach the flock how to live, repent, pray, fast, and show forth the Lord's righteousness and mercy, judgment, forgiveness, and wrath to all those who are part of the elect and to the hopeful elect. Lord willing, be part of that number. Lord willing, this be edifying to those who fear the name of the Lord and are striving to show forth the Lord's righteousness every day to the best of their abilities. His judgment always comes to light. Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 5, it is not slack. 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 9 is unto a ring. 2 Esdras chapter 5, verse 42. Wah abab abal, the water for tuning in all you sincere believers, and Yahawah, Yahawashi, Yahawah Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rawchaa, Qadash, Barak Atham. Lord willing, we'll be able to exalt the name of Yahawah, Yahawashi yet another day. Peace and blessing to the elect. Kwam Yasharala. Shalom.